Hi guys, me again. So one thing I want to touch on is alcohol and readings. Now, I've worked with psychic lines and um I've had a few people who've worked for them and say, oh, do you ever read better when you've had a drink? And I'm complete opposite. I can't if I try and read after I've had a glass of wine or something, I'm useless. Whereas a lot of other people have said the complete opposite. Now, I grew up with a trance medium from mum, and I saw a lot of things. Like, my mum has had alcohol issues for many years. I won't hide that, I won't lie about that. That's just, you can't change people at the end of the day. And when when you are drunk, or even if you've had drugs and stuff like that, your natural defences, your spiritual defences do come down. And with her, she used to get so drunk sometimes that she would have spirits come through, and the spirits would not leave until they had said what they needed to say. They needed to talk to somebody. And she was usually so drunk that she wasn't able to shut down, to stop it, and it wouldn't stop until she had passed out. Now, I was actually a teenager at this point. I won't go into detail about what was going on, but I would have to sit there for hours and hours talking to these spirits just so they had, so they ended up leaving. I did have a few D's, I don't say the word in this house, we don't say the word, come through, which were not pleasant, but there was sometimes little kids that would come through who were lost. I think a lot of them are kind of like on a different plane, so to speak. But I've seen the damage it can do if you drink and try and do any sort of readings. So I completely advise against it. Don't ever try and duck her, whether it's mediumship or tarot or palmistry or especially Ouija board. Never do any of that when you've got alcohol in your system, because you don't know what you're inviting into your body or into your home, And again, there's lots of stories I can tell about the different spirits I've spoken to. Like, there was one little boy that came through who died at sea, and her accent would change. So you would know this is someone else who's coming through. And even times when she would be at the place I used to live at, at my old flat. And it was a 1951 flat. And I always felt there was a male energy there anyway. But anyway, he came through one night when she'd had a drink. And in the end, she ended up just going to sleep, and he went. So this is just more of a warning that don't ever do any sort of readings when you've got alcohol or drugs in your system, because it is just not safe. Bye.